as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Chicago Bears.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Well, the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his second season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry, down the left sideline. How about this? Racing to the end zone.
And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A huge play there right off the bat. 81 yards.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Henry forcing his way into the end zone. He was not to be denied. It's a touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now.
Carr now on first down.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Here's Carr. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now.
Back deep, Damiere Byrd.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. He'll take this inside the 40. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Russell Wilson with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that's a sight we feel like we've seen a lot over his career. But remember, for Russell Wilson, 3 in his first year as a Bronco last year and only 15 in the last 8 years. But he still knows how to use those wheels when necessary, and he takes care of business right there.
Down! White Monday down!
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
When you look at this Bronco defense,
it's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. To throw is Carr. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Give to Cook out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one. That's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, well, that sends notice to the rest of the NFL and spreads confidence throughout the locker room that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Now we'll get a timeout as they tend to an injured player, and looks like that's their receiver, Christian Watson. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Catch is made by Metcalf.
DK, Donkey Hog. DK, Donkey Hog is
62 yards. And the Broncos have moved out. On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 21-0 our score after 1. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Carr.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Left side, Cook. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looking for Marshall.
Give me that.
Intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
Can I get a big pick 6? Ba-dee-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it. Yeah.
Defense has a touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondaries.
Now! 180! 180, we're good! That's it!
And right side, they're going to go option here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
That's good for a Chicago Bears.
Now Carr. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Cook now off the read option.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning.
3rd and 12.
Now Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Here comes the Bears punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Running left, it's Henry. Shoves him away. Stiff arm number 2.
Oh, Henry with the touchdown.
For a Denver touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Broncos are able to add on to their first half lead.
On 1st down, Carr. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing now is Carr. That'll be complete to Cook. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
I like the thinking there, because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against them. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for them on 3rd down.
This time they stay on the ground.
And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And how about this? He takes it all the way back. No time, no flags, a punt return touchdown, and a stunning end of the first half.
And they kicked it to him. They kicked it to him. Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in what is... All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. The Bears offense set to go to begin the 3rd quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
At the 22-yard line.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the score.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Derrick Henry.
Now! 180! 180, we're good, we're good!
Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
What's up?
Now Carr. And his throw is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for the Bears. 1st down. 1st and 10.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive...
What down?
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And the Bears.
Now Carr shifting his guys around a bit. Cook now off the read option.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Three quarters in the books. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Carr now to throw. He's got Smith here. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, It's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
This is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Here comes the Bears punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. So the Broncos coming out now.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now,
Derrick Henry all alone.
Oh, Henry.
Derrick Henry.
His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles.
What down?
Carr now on 1st down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Javon Hargrave able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 2nd down, here's Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Bird to return. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
And that hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him...
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better 1st quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
Down.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Chicago.
47 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Carr. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one will wind up a Denver victory.